Hi everybody. Sorry I've been away for a bit, so I haven't had a chance to post any videos. Kind of got busy with work and stuff. So just quickly to review a couple of the series that happened before Pittsburgh beating Washington Capitals, and I should disclose that I'm a Washington Capitals fan. So for me, it's kind of tough to say that, but I pretty much think that objectively looking at that series. The Capitals were lucky to get to Game 7. Pittsburgh pretty much outplayed the Capitals for most of the series, and I think that great goaltending by Semyon Varlamov was mostly what got the Capitals to Game 7, where they obviously were very disappointing, including Varlamov, who got shelled in the first period, though, so held them in the game in the first period, but fell apart after that. Now in Pittsburgh Carolina series, um, Pittsburgh just dominated that one. Carolina had no answer to them. I think that Pittsburgh is that good this year. They really are. I think maybe even a better team than they were last year. Um, so, a lot of Washington Capitals defense got a lot of flack for not playing well against Pittsburgh and allowing Penguins over 40 shots per game. But Carolina's defense looked good before this series, and then in that series, Pittsburgh made them look like Swiss cheese too. So maybe it has a lot to do with the Pittsburgh Penguins and Malkin and Crosby playing at their best right now, and the supporting cast is doing really well. Bill Guerin scored most points in the playoffs since he was in his young days with the Devils. Um, Now to the finals. Um, it all comes down to the same two teams that battled for Lord Stanley last year. I think, like I said, Pittsburgh's a better team than they were last year, and I think you should give Detroit more trouble. Last year, despite the series going to 6 games, I think mostly due to brilliant goaltending by Marc Andre Fleury of the Penguins, I thought Detroit pretty much schooled them in every aspect of the game. This year, Pittsburgh, I think, has a truly brilliant young coach who makes great adjustments when necessary and has an entire team on the same page. Malkin and Crosby look very determined to win it all. But again, like I said, Pittsburgh absolutely breezed through the Eastern Conference last year before running smack had running smack into the big red wall of the Red Wings. So it'd be interesting to see if the same thing happens again this year. The Penguins have looked very impressive up until this point, but once again, they haven't played the Red Wings yet. Um, I think a lot will depend, obviously, on whether Lidstrom and Datsuk can play for the Red Wings. I think the fact that they missed a couple of playoff games leads me to believe that they are seriously injured. As we all know, hockey players don't miss playoff games even when their feet are broken, as a couple of the Capitals players have shown. Tom Pody and Erskine played with broken feet. It was revealed after the series. So I think that because they missed those games, both Lidstrom and Datsuk, there's something that must be really wrong with them. If they can't play or at less than 80%, I think Pittsburgh will win the Stanley Cup this year. If Lidstrom and Datsuk are back to close to 100%, I think Detroit will take the final in 7 games. That's my prediction. And the last thing I want to say is I've had this question during last year's playoffs, and I'll ask it again. What the hell is Darren Helm doing in the minors? I mean, that kid is unbelievable. I would have him on my team any day. And that's that.